dear students, a very warm welcome to all for today's lecture. Good morning. So today we are going to discuss a topic called mole concept in terms of ions. So you remember we discussed a minute topic with respect to mole concept. Initially we discussed with respect to atoms, then with respect to molecules, then with respect to electrons, protons and neutrons, and the last topic is that the mole concept in terms of ions. This is also very important because nowadays questions are asked from this section actually. So we need to know clearly what is basically mole concept in terms of ion and how the question can be generated out of it. So starting from our fundamental concept, you can think like 1 mole of the ion, that particular ion. So currently here I am taking Cl minus. Okay, that is for your understanding. Any of one example I am taking, that's it. So I am taking 1 mole of Cl minus ions, and you can see here 1 mole of Cl minus ions is equal to how much ion? So first question is how many? So we can say it is 6.022 into 10 power 23 that particular ions. So since I am taking Cl minus ions, I can say Cl minus ions. Okay, and which is equal to what? We know in case of atom we say atomic mass, in case of molecule we say molecular mass. Now in case of ionic compounds we use a term that is called formula mass. What is it? Formula mass. So I can say formula mass of the ion expressed in grams. So here it is Cl minus ion. So Cl, I know the mass, it comes around 35.5 grams. So many students here used to say, sir, Cl minus has any impact? I can say minus has an impact. What is that impact? Due to an extra negative charge, I know that an extra electron is there. So if an extra electron is there, will it going to impact the mass of the compound? For example, if you are taking 1 mole, because 1 electron has a mass of 9.21 into 10 power minus 31 kg. That if you take 0.00000000, it goes like that. So there is no point in adding the mass of that single electron. Instead we say 35.5 grams. Clear? And this is equal to what? What is a charge? Since it is an ion, I always relate charge also along with that. Charge means 1 mole means I know it is 6.022 into 10 power 23 into charge of the single ion. I know that for any ion, charge will be equal to its excess electron or excess proton. So here I know that it has 1 excess electron since there is only 1 minus charge. So I say charge of the ion. So here it will be 6.022 into 10 power 23. Charge of 1 ion, it will be minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. But it will vary with the different ions. Suppose I am taking something like magnesium, it may be losing 2 electron, Mg2 plus. In case of positive charge, I know it is losing the electron, so excess protons will be there. So I should multiply with plus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. If it is excess of minus charge, that is excess of electron, means you should multiply with minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So I hope you are understanding this. Okay, if you are not understood, please listen to this one more time. Very, very important. Okay. Now, before going into the calculation, I want you to know how the ions are basically generated and how we basically write. Okay. So the question is like how ions are generated. Okay. So I can say the straightforward answer here is from the ionic compounds. So I am taking different ionic compounds. For example, sodium chloride, we know the most popular ionic compound. We are learning from class 8 onwards, correct? So NaCl, if it is in a water solution or anything, it will ionize us as what actually? Na plus and Cl minus. We know that Na plus and Cl minus. Now how Fe2SO4 thrice will ionize? Now one shortcut I will say, always the charge of SO4 will be this one. Okay, and the charge of Fe will be this one. So first we need to write that. So I will write Fe, then I will look into this 3. Then I can say this is Fe3 plus. Correct. Now plus I will take SO4. So since it is plus, other one should be opposite charge. Then only it can form ionic compound. So SO4, I will look into this one 2. So it will be 2 minus. This I will write first. Okay. After writing this, then I will take how many number of ions. Now if I am looking here, Fe2, 2 Fe ions are there, so I keep here 2. Now SO4, how many are there? 3 are there, so I will keep here 3. So that net charge 3 into 2, 6 plus, 3 into 2, 6 minus, 6 plus and 6 minus will get cancelled off, and you are getting this compound neutral. An atom or a compound as a whole is also electrically neutral. You are getting that. Now if you see here MgCl2, how will you write? The same way I will look here. Now Mg I will write first, then I will look into this number 2, then I know that this is Mg2 plus. Then I will go to here Cl, then I will look here it is 1, so I can say it is Cl, here it is 1, so I will write it here Cl minus. Then what I will do, I will look at here Mg, there is only 1 Mg, so I will put 1 Mg2 plus, and here if you see Cl, 2 are there, so 2 Cl minus. So this is the way basically we write or we split an ionic compound. This is very important to know, because most of the questions you need to split like this and do it, then only you will be able to get the answer. So we will try to do some questions based on this and proceed like that. Okay. So please listen here. So here also, as we have seen the fundamental relationship, you can see 4 terms are related. So every time you can generate questions out of that. So I have discussed how to generate questions in the same way for the other things also. So here we are not going again in that way. We are directly going into the questions and trying to see how to do this. Okay. So now here, if you see, calculate the number of Mg2 plus ions present in 3 mole of Mg2 plus ions. So now they have tried to relate between number of moles and number of ions. So what is the fundamental relationship I know? I know that 1 mole of what ion it is? Mg2 plus. So I can say Mg2 plus ion, 1 mole of Mg2 plus ion is equal to Avogadro number Na. Avogadro number of Mg2 plus ions. Correct. Now my question, what they have given here, 3 mole. In 3 mole they are asking. So 3 mole of Mg2 plus ions is equal to what? This is what they are asking you, or it is equal to how many number of ions. So here we know that how you can convert 1 to 3, I know that it should be multiplied by 3. So this becomes 3. When you multiply on the LHS, do the same thing on the RHS. So I can say the answer will be 3Na of Mg2 plus ions. Okay. So here 3Na means it will be 3 into, as you know, 6.022 into 10 power 23. So 6 into 3, 18 into 10 power 23 Mg2 plus ions. So same way we have done in the case of atoms and molecules also. So I hope you understood. We will go to the next question. Okay. So please go through the question. The question states that calculate the mass of Mg2 plus ions present in 0.25 mole of Mg2 plus ion. So right now they have tried to link between mole and mass. Okay. So again I know the fundamental formula. 1 mole of Mg2 plus ion is equal to, with respect to mass, what we have learned, formula mass of the ion in grams. So here it is Mg2 plus, so magnesium is the ion, so I can say it is 24 gram. Correct. Now 1 mole, I know this is the mass in grams, so they are asking 0.25 mole. So in 0.25 mole of Mg2 plus ions. So 0.25 means, as you know, it is multiplying by 1 by 4, correct? So I am doing the same thing on the RHS, multiply by 1 by 4. So this will become 24 into 1 by 4. 4 into 6. So I can say the answer is 6 grams is my answer. Okay, easy. So this is the way basically we do this type of questions. Okay, now we will do one more question and we will go to the next type of questions. Okay, I hope you could read the question now also. Calculate the charge of Mg2 plus ions present in 3 into 10 power 23 Mg2 plus ions. So right now they have tried to link between the number of ions and the charge. So we know again our basic fundamental formula, that is 6.022 into 10 power 23. Who is this? Mg2 plus ions. Mg2 plus ions will have a charge of how much? 6.022 into 10 power 23 into charge of one single ion. So Mg2 plus is there. So 2 plus means 2 times. So 2 electrons are less. That means 2 protons are more. So that is 2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Correct. Plus charge is coming because that's why there is no, I have taken 1.6. And why 2 is coming? Because 2 plus, that means 2 protons are excess. That charge will be present. Now This is the fundamental relation, I know. Now the question here is, what is the charge of 3 into 10 power 23? So how to convert this number to 3 into 10 power 23 Mg2 plus ion? So to convert this to 3 into 10 power 23, what we should do? We can say divide by 2. If you divide by 2, this will become like this. So when you do that, here also I say divide by 2. So when you divide by 2, here it will becomes, this will get cancels off. So I can approximately say 6 into, how much it will become? 1.6 into 10 power 23, this will become 10 power 4 C. So 16 into 6, so that will become 96. So that is 9.6 into 10 power 4 Coulomb. So this will be my answer. Okay, so this now that I have given this and ask you this, sometimes they will give this. They can ask, calculate the number of ions present in 9.6 into 10 power 4 Coulomb of this particular ion. From that you can derive this. It's not a problem. So please try to learn the fundamental formula and try to apply in and across every question, so that you will be able to do almost every questions. And I always recommend don't to by heart the formulas, because formulas, it is present in every book. Number of moles is equal to given gram by molecular mass or atomic mass or anything. You will learn that. That is easy only. You can learn that maybe for some formulas, but for every question, applying formulas and getting the answer is tedious. You will forget, and you will over the time, because you are learning many chapters. So I will always recommend this method. That is very easy. You just learn first fundamental relationship, try to identify which terms are being linked, put it and try to convert it. That's it. Okay, so we will go to our next type of questions. Until now I am giving you the correct ions and asking you the answer. Now they can give the ionic compound and ask you regarding the number of ions. That is what we are going to discuss. Okay. Okay, so we will try to see how to understand that, and then we will do the question for that. So you will be given what? An ionic compound will be given. Ionic compound will be given, and from that you need to calculate. We need to calculate what? We need to calculate the number of ions. So there are different ways they can ask this question. We will try to analyze that first. Then we will go to the question. So first I will speak about one ionic compound. One means one single molecule, or you say, we can't say molecule, compound, one compound. Then we will talk about 1 mole of that compound. Like that we will go. So it becomes easy for you to understand. So one ionic compound, let me take which one? Magnesium chloride I will take. So MgCl2 I am taking. Okay, so please think here, 1 MgCl2 I am taking, just 1 MgCl2. So tell me, if 1 MgCl2, if it ionizes, how many ions you will get after ionizing? So I know that how to do this. Mg2 plus, okay, I have told already, plus Cl. Now listen here, Mg2 plus I have taken Cl, this one will come Cl minus. Okay, you can even put some circles also for you to understand clearly. Now we will put the numbers, how many. So Cl2 chlorine are there, so I will say put it here 2 Cl minus ions. Mg we have only 1 is present. Okay, so this is first only 1 MgCl2 I am speaking about. Okay, I will put it like this, 1 MgCl2. Okay, now tell me, if you take 1 MgCl2, how many ions you got? You got here 1 magnesium 2 plus ion and 2 Cl minus. So I can write it like Mg2 plus Cl minus plus Cl minus. So totally I got around 3 ions. Correct. 3 ions I have got. So in that I can say I got 1 Mg2 plus ion, 1 Mg2 plus ion, and I got 2 Cl minus ions. I can say 1 Mg2 plus ion and 2 Cl minus ions I have got. That is, from one compound, one ionic compound, I am getting 3 ions, ineffective. Okay. Now the question goes in another way. Now instead of 1, they can give you here anything. Okay. So that means they can ask you in Avogadro number. So in Avogadro number, or they can give a mass. So anything, they can give a mass, or they can give something like an Avogadro number. So all these things you need to now analyze it. Now if I am converting this into, instead of 1 I am saying 2. What are the changes it will become? 2 MgCl2 then ionizes. So I know that 3 ions are, or this much are generated for one compound. Now for 2, how many will be generated? I will multiply this 3 into what? I can say this 3 into this number. So this number will come here. I can say 2. So I can say totally how many ions will be generated? 6 ions will be generated. Correct. So 6 ions are generated, means this 2 should be multiplied with here also. So here it will become 2 Mg2 plus ions, and here if you multiply, I can say 4. So 4 plus 2. So if you are doing 4 plus 2, this will become 6 ions. Understood? So this is the way. Now instead of 2, I am putting here our favorite number, that is Avogadro, Na. Now tell me, if it is Na, what will happen? This should be multiplied by, tell me, Na, that is 6.022 into 10. So when you multiply with this Na, I know that how many ions will be generated. So totally 3 Na ions. 3 Na ions will be generated. So if it is 3 Na, multiply here also by, I know that in the first one, 1 should be multiplied by here now what? Na. So this becomes Na ion, Na magnesium, Mg2 plus ions will be generated, and here the fundamental value was, for 1 it was 2. So 2 into Na. So I can say it will become 2 Na. So this will become 2 Na. Okay. So totally 2 Na plus Na, that is 3 Na ions. Understood? So now tell me how the questions can be generated out of this. They can say you are given some Avogadro number of MgCl2 plus ions and calculate the number of chloride ions generated when it ionizes. So what will be my answer? 2 Na chloride ions. Or they can ask, calculate the number of Mg2 plus ions generated out of this. Then what will be my answer? Avogadro number, NaMg2 plus ion. They won't give Na every time. They can give Na or 1.5 Na or 2.5 Na or any particular value. Then corresponding to that, we need to find it out. So the concept here is, always try to find it for one compound, one particular ionic compound, how many ions and different types of ions are generated. Then multiply that with the given number. Then easy to find it out. So this is the basic concept. Okay. So I hope you are understanding this. Now we will go to a question based on this. Okay. So students, so we will discuss the question with respect to ionic compounds, how they can ask questions. Okay. So just go through this question. Calculate the number of Ba stands for barium. Okay. So barium 2 plus ions generated out of ionizing 0.25 mole of barium nitrate BaNO3 twice. So this is the question. So they are asking you, you are given a compound called barium nitrate BaNO3 twice. Okay. So they are asking you how much amount of BaNO3 twice is given. 0.25 mole of BaNO3 twice is given, and they are asking if this much amount of barium nitrate ionizes, how much amount or how many number of Ba2 plus ions will be obtained. This is the question fundamentally. Okay. So strategy will be always whenever questions like this comes, always found it for one compound, one barium nitrate, then convert this to any particular value. So starting with that, so as I told, I will always go with one BaNO3 twice. So one BaNO3 twice ionizes as you know. First we will take barium, then the charge will be this one. So Ba2 plus NO3, I am looking here, nothing is there. So that means 1 is present. So I put minus. So NO3 minus. Since it is 1, that is 1 minus. Now I am looking into the number of ions. Barium, nothing is present, only 1 is present. So 1 barium 2 plus NO3, I am looking 2 are there. So I kept here 2 NO3 minus. So this is the way I am splitting. I already taught you. Now tell me, 1 BaNO3 twice, if it is ionizing, I am getting 1 barium ion and 2 NO3 minus ions. So totally how many ions I am getting? 3. Out of that, one is 1 barium ion and the other one is 2 NO3 minus ion. Okay, now I know in one how much I will get. Now what I am going to do is, either you can directly multiply this 1 with the 0.25 mole. Then this becomes 1 into 0.25 mole becomes 0.25 mole. Okay. Or the best way is, first initially during the learning time, convert this into 1 mole. How to convert 1 into 1 mole? Tell me, if you want to multiply, if you want to convert a number 1 into 1 mole, what you should do? You should multiply by 6.022 into 10 power 23. That is 1 into Avogadro number will gives you 1 mole. Okay, the same thing I am doing. So 1 is converted to 1 mole multiplied by this number. So tell me, when you multiply by this number, again don't split it like this here. Instead, you know, you have the fundamental stuff here, this one. So what you have done to this, you with one compound I am getting this much. So I am multiplying with the Avogadro number. So I am going to get 1 mole of barium ions, because Avogadro number is 1 mole. That's why I have written in that way. So 1 mole into 1 and 1 mole into 2. 1 mole into 2 means 2 mole of NO3 minus ion and 1 mole of barium ions. Okay. Now I want to convert this 1 mole to which type? They are asking you in 0.25 mole. What I should do? Multiply by 0.25. That's it. Then this will become 0.25 mole. So 0.25 mole BaNO3 twice will have how much? Multiply this 0.25 here also. 0.25 into 1 mole. That is 0.25 mole of barium 2 plus ion and 0.25 into 2. That is 0.50 mole of NO3 minus ion. So what is my answer? Calculate the number they are asking. So can I write it as 0.25 mole? No, it will not be correct because it is in mole actually. So what will be my answer? I should write this as what actually? 0.25 mole will be equal to, I can say 0.25 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 barium ions. So this is my answer. Understood? 0.25 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 barium ions. This can be easily obtained from here also. Just for your understanding how we are doing it, I have explained all these steps. What you need to do is, with one compound, how many barium ions are generated? Only one. Then 0.25 mole means into 0.25. I got the answer. Answer is 0.25 mole. 0.25 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 barium ions. Suppose in mole, they are asking you like calculate the number of moles of, then the answer will be 0.25 mole of barium ions will be my answer. Understood? So this is the fundamental thing they can ask. In this question they are asking you barium ions. Next time I can ask you calculate the number of nitrite ions. Nitrite ions means what will be the answer? 0.50 mole. 0.50 mole means 0.50 into 6.022 into 10 power 23. Or they can ask calculate the total number of ions. Total number means how much it will become? 0.50. This one is 0.25. So 0.50 plus 0.25 is how much? Tell me. 0.75. So that is 0.75 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 total number of ions. Understood? So I hope with this question you are fairly getting an idea on how to calculate the number of ions related stuffs. So we will do one more question and wind it up. Okay. So now listen here, I have generated the question. Calculate the number of Mg2 plus ions. Mg2 plus ions, already ions is there. So I am removing Mg2 plus ions generated out of ionizing 0.75 mole of MgCl2. This is my question. So how to do this again? They are asking me Mg2 plus ions. Okay. So I can say I will start with 1 MgCl2. That is always my concept. So 1 MgCl2. So that will ionize as Mg. Now I will take this charge, that is Mg2 plus chlorine I will take, and I will take this charge, that is Cl minus. And now I will look, Mg there is only 1 is there, chlorine 2 are there, so I will put here 2. So I got it as, I will get 1 Mg2 plus and 2 Cl minus ions. This is what I am obtaining from 1 MgCl2. And they are asking me in 0.75 mole of MgCl2. Correct. So again maybe I can do it like with converting this to 1 mole first. So tell me, 1 is to convert it into 1 mole, multiply by Avogadro number. Avogadro number, if you multiply, this will become 1 mole MgCl2. So tell me this on ionizing. So what you need to do, don't split it again. 1 mole means you multiply it by Avogadro number. Same thing you multiply here. This will become 1 into Avogadro number. That becomes Avogadro number of Mg2 plus ion plus what you will get, 2 into Avogadro number. So it will become 2 NaCl minus ion. I got it. Now it is converted to 1 mole. Now we want to convert that to how much mole? 0.75 mole. So multiply by what? 0.75. So multiplying by 0.75. So this will become 0.75 mole MgCl2. Okay. What it will give? Tell me. 0.75. You should multiply with the Na. So 0.75 Na Mg2 plus ions. I got the answer. And how much amount of chlorine ions you will get? 0.75 into 2 Na. So that is 0.75 into 2 is how much? 1.5. So I can say 1.5 NaCl minus ions. Easiest and fundamental way of doing this question. Okay. And they can ask you the charge also. If they are asking you the charge of calculate the charge of this much magnesium 2 plus ions means what you need to do, I have how many number of Mg2 plus ions, 0.75 Na, correct, multiplied by the charge of 1 Mg2 plus ion, then what it will become, 0.75 into Na into 1 Mg2 plus ion has the charge of 2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 Coulomb. That will be the answer in charge if they are asking you the charge. Okay, so students, I hope you understood the concept, mole concept in terms of ions. This will not be seen in textbooks and all. This is generally asked for JE and NEET. NEET, if it is a tough question, usually sometimes they used to ask tough questions for a chapter. If tough questions are coming from this chapter, usually they will ask this type of questions. Okay, there are many types of questions you can derive out of this. We will do that over the time. This is just to understand you or make you comfortable in the concept of ions. So I hope it is clear for you. Thank you for your patient listening.